BobbyBigBallz, appreciate it. TV1, Chef and
Friends, family, Melee enjoyers, I'm here outside of One Up Games in Plainville, Massachusetts at Trail Invitational 2. I'm here with the man of the day, the host with the most. Trail, how you doing, bud?
What's up? How's it going?
Dude, I'm doing great. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for putting everything on today. I'm super happy to be here. There's an incredible cast of players coming to compete today. It should be a really nice event. So how did all this come together?
When I first started coming to One Up Games, the terms were like 3 or 4 man locals.
Yeah.
So we really wanted to find ways to get more people to come out to the locals to obviously grow our scene, but also the guys that own One Up Games are really cool dudes. They used to have almost like a hole in the wall office across from here. And so we really wanted to help them grow their business and expand their business. So what I would do is every time I would win, I would put my tournament winnings aside.
Okay.
We'd save up money so we can have like a monthly to maybe get some Boston players to come out or New Hampshire players to come out once a month.
Yeah.
And then we just kept doing it, and we're like, fuck it, let's do something bigger. And we decided to host a little mini super regional kind of thing and start inviting random players, and really, that's it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I was kind of blown away when I looked at the attendees list. Who are some of the big names that you're the most happy to have?
Swift, BobbyBigBallz, Chudat, which is really random. Mech, Zamu. Zamu Mech came out last year. They had a blast, so it's cool to have them come out again. J-Flex, Wally. I mean, yeah, quite a few. It's hard.
It's super sweet. So you yourself, talk some Melee to me for a second. So you play Ices and Ganon, and how long have you been playing Melee?
I've been playing Melee since 2004, competitively, so that is how many years? Tell me. Who's good at math there?
19 years? 18, 19? Yeah.
18 years.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
It's a long time.
So I've been playing Melee longer than some people that are playing in my tournament today.
Yeah,
which is a crazy concept.
Your Melee career is a legal adult. That's nuts. But yeah, I mean, so real quick, when do you break out the Ganon as opposed to the Ices?
I usually use Ganon for floaty matchups that are just really tedious to use Ice Climbers for. Even if Ganon doesn't win the matchup, he's just more fun to play than just getting camped out with Ice Climbers. So Marth, Puff, Samus, Luigi, characters like that.
Yeah, that checks out. So because you're an Ices player, I have to ask, 30 seconds, pro or anti-wobbling, and why?
I'm anti-wobbling because it's just it really takes away from the spectator experience.
Based.
But it's complicated because the climbers need it to compete and win a tournament at the highest levels, I think.
Well, I mean, SluG got pretty close recently.
Close, but he did not win. And he also got a really lucky bracket. So you really need insane bracket luck, and you need the top players to not be playing their best game.
I buy that. But I mean, that's pretty rad. So yeah, thank you very much, man. Greatly appreciate it. Thanks for putting it on. Yeah, of course. All right, you've seen the clips, you've heard the bars, you've watched the combo videos. The most quotable man in Smash is here today. BobbyBigBallz, welcome to the show. How you doing, man?
So I'm doing phenomenal, man. I appreciate the introduction.
Yeah.
I'm doing great.
Yeah. So where are you coming from today?
Texas, Dallas, Texas.
Yeah, it was quite the haul. We're really glad to have you. Thanks for coming to Trail Invitational and all that.
I'm happy to be here.
Yeah. So there's all sorts of things I could talk about. You're one of the most interesting Falcos to watch. I have bookmarked for my own pleasure. There's that one clip, HBox watching you play Cody. That's
my favorites.
Yeah. It's a good one. So, I mean, I'm very curious, what brings you to a place like this? What brings you to this tournament? I know you're a very, very frequent attender of tournaments all over, online and offline. If anyone's putting in the reps, it's you. But what brings you here today?
Shit, Big Trail brought me here. He flew for me. I was gonna come otherwise. So
oh, really?
Yeah, he just offered to pay for all my shit. Got free housing and stuff like that. I knew Zamu was gonna be here, so I had to come. Other than that, no, they just paid for my shit. So of course I'm come here trying to make this money.
Dude, yeah, I know. That's awesome. We love Trail. Big homie for sure.
I didn't even ask either. He just completely offered just out of nowhere.
Yeah, he's got it like that.
Yeah, and I was like, hell yeah, I would love to. So I'm super stoked to be here.
Yeah. So you mentioned Zamu. Anyone you're looking to play in particular today, or any fun matchups to look out for?
I'm hoping to not play SluG because he plays Ices, and he might whoop my ass. I would like to play Zamu. I would love to play Zamu probably more than anyone else. I'd like to play Meg, but only if I win. Other than that, it'd be cool. I don't know if Cam is here, but I heard Cam's supposed to be here playing Cam, Mont Money, or Zamu, any of the Foxes would be cool. And I'd like to play SluG too, but only if I win.
Yeah, of course, I get that. So, of all the cool little things that I've seen you do with the Falco, is there one thing that you'd pick as the Bobby?
The Bobby, if it's anything, I mean, honestly, I don't even talk like this, but it could be so many different things. But if it had to be something, probably when I get them like on a platform, I do single hit up air, pivot jab, hit the dab. That's probably my signature. And then
That's fucking money.
Yeah, the single hit up air, pivot jab, shine, up B off the top. That's probably the Bobby. If you know me, you've seen me do it. So
You got the whole thing mapped out and everything.
yeah,
but
I've been there many times
yeah.
in my life.
So I have a question that I'm going to be asking a lot of people. So what would it take to get you to a regional in Maine? Obviously, covering housing and that sort of thing is a big motivator, but myself and many of other people are trying to put on increasingly bigger tournaments, draw people out here. There's a plan for, this is not solid yet, but we're trying to host something somewhat reminiscent of a Smash camp, call it Vacation Land, which is the slogan for Maine and that sort of thing. Obviously, prize money and that sort of thing. What would it take to get you out?
Shit. Blowjob or something. I don't know. Something beautiful.
I don't know. My knees are kind of...
Shit, I don't know. Get other good people to go. That's the best way to get anyone to go to your tournament, is just try to get as many good people confirmed to make it look as lucrative as possible, as fun of an event. But I mean, shit, I don't know. Most people, if you pay for their flights, like, they're already there. So
That tracks.
yeah.
Well, thank you very much. So two other things. The first one is, I'm not sure if you'd want it, if you have space for it, if you drink it all, but I did bring some craft beers from Maine to give to people that I'm interviewing, especially the people that I'm very happy to have, like yourself. If you'd like it, it's yours. I'll give it to you inside, but throw that out there.
I don't drink beer.
All right, you know what? Fair enough. Hey, it'll go to good use, I assure you. But one last thing, if you want to plug anything, any socials, anything like that, let the people know.
Shit. No, I don't got nothing to plug, but I'm happy to be here. I appreciate the interview. This is before singles bracket starts, so if I lose today, if I lose it, blame it on these guys interviewing me, man, throwing me off.
It was me. I killed it.
Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. No, nothing to say, but happy to be here and nice. I don't know where this is. It's not Boston, but we're close to it. So
Plainville, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever.
All right. Hey, thank you very much, man. I greatly appreciate it. So, accompanying a Zane win, 4th place at Double Down, placing 3rd at the Function 2, and making it into top 8 or top 12 of Genesis, I can't remember which.
12, yeah.
I'm here with SluG. SluG, welcome to the show. Welcome to Plainsville, Mass. And thanks for coming to the Trail Invitational, too. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm super excited to be here. I was really happy when Trail hit me up and invited me to this.
Yeah.
It's a sick tournament. Trail's a sick guy, so it seems cool.
Can confirm. Trail is a super sick guy, and he's been definitely reaching out, making sure people show up. So, yeah, I mean, it's glad to be here. So you have made a lot of waves lately with Ices, and I love to see it. I think Ices is really cool, and I have a lot of questions about that. You're hot off the heels of a appearance on Radio Melee, which I actually was listening to on my way here, try to get some research. I promise not to ask too many redundant questions, but my spiel that I'm giving all the Ices is 30 seconds, pro or anti-wobbling, and why?
Man, 30 seconds. That's a tough one. I've always been somewhere in the middle with it. I've always said if it gets unbanned, I'm fine with it because that just makes me better, makes my character better. But if it stays banned, I'm also fine with that because I think it's probably more fun and probably better for the game. So if I had to pick one, I would say keep it banned just because it seems like that's what the majority of the players want, and at the end of the day, I feel like that's important.
Yeah, I feel that. So have you ever had any odd interactions while you're wobbling someone or anything worth noting or anything?
I remember I think I was playing like West Balls at a big house, and I was wobbling him, and I don't know if it was on purpose because I was looking at the TV, but someone behind me started like shaking my chair, and I couldn't tell if it was like completely on purpose or if it was just somebody trying to get by and, the tight spaces at a major, but it might have been one of his SoCal boys, and he was been like, yo, when he starts wobbling me, just start shake his chair, throw him off a little bit. I don't know.
Oh, no. The conspiracy will, continue. The rumors will continue to abound and that sort of thing.
I wobbled through it, though. I got through the chair shaking.
Yeah. So there's actually a handful of Ices here today. There's you, Chew, Trail, although he's not really competing. So being at the top of the heap for Ices, I don't know a ton of names. Is there like a lab guy that you look to, or like where do you look for inspiration to, move to the next level? Obviously, other than, studying the VODs and that sort of thing.
Yeah, I think there's 3 names that come to mind for me. Well, first of all, the Ices Discord, there's always people in there learning, like,
Of
crazy
course.
stuff. Yeah, like, creating really crazy stuff. And so, like, 2 of the people from the Ices Discord that I learn a lot from, one, Cookbook is one of the guys who just understands Ices. He's from New Zealand, I think. And so, like, he just sends, like, a ton of, like, crazy tech and stuff in there. Some of it, I'm like, I will never do that. But some of it's really, really helpful and, like, practical stuff. Like, for example, like, slip hogging is where you can wade back to the ledge and then put Nana on the ledge and then, like, ledge dash back as Popo. So you can cover multiple options while edge guarding, stuff like that. Nopia is another guy. He's from France. So I got all the international guys helping me out.
Yeah.
He's, like, helped me develop a lot of, like, punish game stuff. Like a new thing I was doing that I think he was the one posting about it was like forward throw dash attack instead of like down throw up smash, because like you just get, it's like a similar type of combo starter but you just get more damage, stuff like that. And then my friend Zion, who I like told him to pick up Ices, and he is just like a kind of a savant at like every character, and so he doesn't even like necessarily like reach out to me with stuff, but I'll just watch him play. He'll like just stream himself playing unranked into Discord or something, and I'll like always pick up new stuff from him. So those are some of the people that I learn a lot from for Ice Climbers.
That's very cool. I always love seeing like where the inspiration comes from for some of these people, because I don't know much about the character. It always looks like, you know, some sort of wizardry to me, but it's very cool to watch. So for today, like, are there any particular players here today that you're really looking forward to playing? I've heard you have no idea how many people I've asked and they're back and they're like, ooh, SluG's kind of in my bracket path. So what about you? Who are you looking forward to playing? Who are you hoping to dodge? If anyone?
Yeah. I mean, for dodging, it's just always Peach. I think I might have to play Wally, but so that's always a hard one for me. In terms of who I want to play, I'd love to play Toussaint again, because I actually like playing Puff Ices a lot. Like, most Ices hate it, but, like, yeah, I get camped, but I actually kind of like the slower gameplay. And then, in terms of, I would like to play BobbyBigBallz again, because I've played him a ton online, but, yeah, we probably played on LAN, like, 5 years ago or something, like, a long time ago. We haven't played a LAN set in a really long time. And then I'm always down to play Marth. That's just my favorite matchup. So like Calvar would be fun to play.
Yeah. Definitely a good one to watch. I was intrigued by hearing about some of like the Blizzard uses you can get against Marth and that sort of thing. It's pretty neat.
Yeah, it was really fun to talk to PP about that on the radio Melee. Just because like he's, you know, one of the most legendary Marth players ever. And I like that, like, I was saying, like, I don't know, I think it's kind of even, and he was like, nah. So, like, maybe one day I'll get a chance to play it with him. But yeah, like, Blizzard, like you said, that's, like, if I get to play Calvar or Marth, like, if it's on stream or something, or you just see me playing, you'll definitely see me just spamming Blizzard. Yeah.
That's pretty rad. So, there was mention of a pickleback. So, for me personally, I love a good pickleback.
Good.
I'm a bourbon guy myself. Ideally, we got 1792 small batch and a little heavy on the garlic for my pickle juice. Do you have any preference inside of the pickleback?
Now, you probably know a lot more about like actual like whiskey or bourbon than I do.
Allegedly.
Yeah. I'll just pool like whatever and then just chase it with pickle juice, because I feel like also a lot of times if you're drinking like a nice whiskey and you're just slamming pickle juice after, it kind of ruins like the experience of drinking the whiskey a little bit. So like,
it can be like that.
I'll just drink like Jack Daniels or like Patty's or some really cheap whiskey normally. But I will say, I like when I order a pickleback. This happened last night, actually.
Okay.
And they give you the pickle juice, and you can see, like, seeds in the pickle juice.
Yes, that's what I want.
Juice, yeah.
If you can see, like, the spices and, like, the piece of the garlic and the dill herbs, all that shit. Yeah, that's the way. So, and I don't know where you'll be tonight, but if I get a chance, I'd love to buy you a pickleback.
Oh, yeah. I was just talking to my friend inside. I was like, all right, we have our alcohol. We got to pick up pickle juice, though. So that's the move for tonight.
Yeah. So, my last question, which I'm actually pitching to everyone, is I'm very involved in the main scene and trying to get involved as much as I can in the New England scene. What would it take to get someone like you out to a main regional? We're trying to get some bigger stuff going. We've got talks of people pitching in to make a bigger prize pool. We have this idea, well, I came up with it along with a couple other people, of sort of a smash camp kind of a thing called Vacation Land, which is the main subtitle or slogan or whatever. What would it take to get you out? Is it players? Is it like accommodations? What would it be?
I think for me, the biggest thing is travel costs mostly. Just because even now with like gas being so expensive, even driving to tournaments is kind of expensive. And
it's a nightmare.
We're playing Melee. We're not making that much money. Yeah. So like travel costs and it being a stack bracket, that's what I mostly care about. Yeah. The
stack bracket is like it's like a cascading effect. You know, we get a couple people,
then more come in. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much, SluG. It's been a pleasure. Hey, good luck today.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I'm here with number 4 on the New Hampshire PR. She's a perennial player, always around in our New England top 8s, and one of the funniest Twitter users in the entire Melee scene. Bonfire, welcome to the show. Very happy to have you. How are you doing today?
Thanks. I'm doing good. Just lost in doubles though, but
Yeah, if you like that. It's some tough competition.
we were 5th seed. We beat 4th seed, which was Bobby and Mech, but lost to Saint and J Flex. Yeah.
Honestly, though, good shit on the dub. That's a good one.
Yeah.
You feeling good for singles?
Yeah, I feel like I'm playing good.
Sweet. So, first I'll ask, who personally are you looking forward to or maybe not looking forward to playing in bracket today?
To Saint, I always like playing Puff. Nice. So that's my favorite matchup.
So that's great, because my next set of questions was mostly geared toward, so there's been a lot of good Sheik movement lately with Zamu coming up and getting signed. We've seen all sorts of discussion. I've heard some people say that they actually think that Sheik Puff is unwinnable. I disagree. So talk about that for a sec.
Yeah, Sheik beats Puff.
Yeah.
Sheik has better neutral tools. Puff wins like punish. If obviously like any edge guard should be like instant kill on Sheik, and Sheik can't really consistently edge guard Puff. But I feel like Sheik can just like kind of top platform camp and like just bear, and you just kind of outrange Puff. And Puff also doesn't really get a ton off of grabs on Sheik, which is like not normal. Most of the other characters, she like gets a grab, and that's pretty like bad. But like unless you can reaction tech chase on platforms, some people can consistently, but even then you can get like slide offs off of down throw, so it's just not as good for her. Yeah. And Sheik has kill confirms off throw, so.
Yeah. So I've been very, very happy to see how close we're getting to a solo Sheik Super Major win. Yeah. So you also must believe that's possible.
Yeah, J-Mook's the best, definitely the best Sheik player, but also the best player in Melee. I've said this since 2018. When
you were on the train early.
Yeah, I saw him at a RPI tournament, and he did this like 0 to death combo on the moon, which was insane. It involved dash attacking ledge and then light shielding to do a reverse Marth killer. So instead of grabbing ledge, he falls off and fares immediately. It was insane.
That's nuts.
Yeah, so J-Mook's the best, and I think that Fox is by far the hardest matchup, and he's the best at it. So, except maybe Plup's just as good, I don't know. But like J-Mook's shown to be better. Yeah. It's better results recently, maybe. That's recency bias, but
yeah. So for you personally, so I've seen you at a handful of New England tournaments. What are your aspirations in Melee right now? Like, other than this event? Obviously, we already talked about what you're looking for here. Anything you're looking forward to?
Looking forward? I mean, whatever the next major is, I'm always looking forward to. My goal is to play Melee and have fun. Nothing beyond
that's
that.
An admirable one.
Yeah, I don't care about getting better. Yeah. It just happens.
It does happen. So my next line of questioning is, so I haven't seen you at a main event yet, and we're hoping some point soon down the line, we're hoping to host a larger tournament, hopefully with a better prize pool. There's been an idea floating around about hosting some sort of a Smash Camp-esque like tournament, maybe called Vacation Land or something like that. So my question is, what would it take to get you to come to a main regional? What are some draws?
I mean, next week there's the main invitational.
There is. That's right. While you're here, thank you for putting that on. We have a regional going on next week, hosted by Catfish. It is the Lobsterland Invitational. There will be links down below for you to check that out. We're hoping to put on a good show, and I hope you tune in for all of that. But yeah, awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I'd go if there's no other tournament. I just go whatever tournament's on Saturday.
Hey, that lines up. That lines up. So I've offered this to a handful of the players I'm interviewing. I'm not sure if you want it, if you have a place for it, but I brought a bunch of main craft beer to give out to people to thank them for participating. If you want one, it's yours. If not, no sweat.
No thanks. I don't really like beer.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you anyway. Thank you so much for the interview. It was a pleasure. Thank you so much. Yeah. Folks, the tournament just ended. It was a long one, and the man standing next to me, he has wins over the likes of Prof, Ginger, Magi, Polish, SFAT, and plenty of others that you might recognize, and placed second place here today at Trail Invitational 2. Zamu, welcome to the show. How you feeling, man?
I'm feeling good. Just got second, and I'm incredibly happy. Obviously, it would have been awesome to win, but I'm literally super happy regardless.
Yeah. I mean, you had quite a few nail-biter sets. The 2 Saint one at the end was really, like, even the games like that didn't go your way, very close.
Yeah.
Like it was very tight. Earlier today there were a handful of ices you had to get through and all sorts of things. talk to me about your journey through bracket real quick.
So I had to play Chudat twice. Our first set was really close, game 5. Second set, I was a bit cleaner and won 3-1 pretty solidly. Before playing, I'm the worst at remembering my bracket.
It's okay. We don't need the whole. We don't need the whole thing.
You know, I played Chudat twice. That was like a big thing that I'm really happy about because that guy's really good. Icies are really hard to beat. I played Bobby, and I had a crazy set. We both kind of just like four-stocked each other back and forth, but then I ended up with the final one. But yeah, that was a interesting set. But
Yeah, I mean that's very exciting. So, you're coming from where again today?
I'm coming from Arkansas.
Yeah. So that's a long way, and I'm very curious because I'm very invested in the New England scene and also in my local Maine scene. So what brings someone like you all the way out here to New England for this tournament?
Yeah, so last year, I like tweeted out like, hey, anyone hit me up about tournaments? I'm trying to go to as much as I can. And Roy Trail of Trails Invitational, the guy, the man, the myth, and the legend, hit me up, and I came out to the last one, and I ended up winning it. And so this year he hit me up again and was like, hey, I'll fly you out. You won the last one. Gotta see if you can defend the title. Got close. Didn't quite do that, but yeah. So brought me back.
Yeah. So what? Yeah. So that, speaking of you being back, what's on the horizon for you next? There's been a slew of events all over recently. There's plenty more coming in the fall. What are you setting your sights on next?
Yeah. So right now I'm actually very unsure about what I'm going to be going to. Next week I'm going to 4M. It's the Mega Minnesota Monthly Melee.
That's a lot of M's.
Yeah, 4 of them even. And that event's going to be really cool. That's next week. And then after that, I'm going to a little regional in Springfield, Missouri called Sunshine a few weeks after. And then after that, really, I have no idea. I'm certainly going to make it to Big House because that's my birthday.
Oh, okay, very exciting. So it's always, it seems to be a recurring thing in Melee, like all these people where there's like a lot of people will go to tournaments on their birthday. So that's super hype. And you think that's going to give you the buff, the birthday buff?
We'll see. I'll be turning 21. So like, we'll see. It depends. We'll see how I'm feeling. I might be feeling super try hard, as I usually feel, because I like trying my hardest and winning.
Who doesn't? Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. But we'll see if I'm just like, I'm really just trying to have a good time. Haven't seen my friends in a while. We'll see. But Big House.
All right. Well, that's super rad. So myself being from Maine, we're trying to grow our scene quite a bit, and we have this idea that we've been floating around of something vaguely reminiscent of like a Smash Camp type thing. So Maine is the vacation land state. If we could, it's a reach right now, but we have one person that actually does have a connect for a venue. We're trying to host some sort of a campground tournament called Vacation Land potentially in the future, trying to get a decent sized prize pool. I've been asking everyone I can reach today, what would it take to get you out to a Maine regional?
Really, as long as like flights aren't too expensive, I'll go. As long, like, I really just love playing Melee and going to events and competing.
Yep.
So as long as I can afford it, bye.
The fans are out in force tonight.
But yeah, as long as I can afford it, I would love to go. Especially, like, I would go to like a shitty Maine regional. But like,
we have plenty of those.
This sounds amazing. If it's at all like Smash Camp, then I mean, I would love to be there.
We have a lot to get there in between, a lot to do to get there between now and then. But it's an idea in the works at least. But yeah, thank you very much for the interview. I appreciate it. Good shit today. I mean, yeah, awesome. Thank you so much for the interview, man.
Yeah, thank you as well.
Yeah.
If I lose today, blame it on these guys interviewing me, man.
I'm so done playing this fucking garbage ass character. How did I lose to Calvar? Oh my god, bro.